And we're live! We're alive! Viking, get in here. Come hang out. You haven't hung out on a stream with me in a while. And V. And I believe. Why can't I pin my own post? Who am I signed in as? I should be able to. Oh, I'm trying to do it in StreamYard, that's why. Pin message. There we go. Can't do the pin message in StreamYard. Got to do it in YouTube world. The world of YouTubies. So what's up? What's up, Viking? My friend. My buddy. My whatever. Wow, look at all the crap I got on my t-shirt. Sweatshirt. Whatever the hell it is. Don't be too technical. Crap. I don't need these right now. Out playing around. Spilling crap on myself. One of these days I'm going to stop using good shirts to go out and work in the yard and play with trucks and tools and... So, come on stream and hang out. Show us what you're doing. Man. It's about time you actually started working on printers again. Frickin' bum. No. Ah, crap. I had shrimp for lunch. Yes. Very little. Trying to cut my intake of food in general down, especially my crap food, which shrimp is not crap food, but it's not really great for me. It's working beautifully. See a little llama head going around and around and around. Getting all dizzy. The only problem is the way I have the llama head looking up. Everyone thinks it's snobby, and it's actually, I originally did it with the llama looking up because he's supposed to be looking up into the future of 3D printing, blah, blah, blah. But when he's going around, it's like he's saying, no, 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 don't do it, no, no. Oh, well. He's still cool going around and around. There's one over there, too. There's another llama head going around and around and around going, no, no, you're making me dizzy. Gotta have the llama head on a llama core. I mean, it's just a must. I have found another small issue with it. I've been trying to like fine tune it now. I kind of gave up, when I first built it and got it running and just said, screw it, it works. Now I'm starting to get nitpicky again. And I notice these towers, the upper wheel or lower wheel, I call them outriggers, the one that stand out a little bit for the belt that turns straight into the head. They're off by about 1 millimeter out. They need to come out. So if you bring the carriage all the way over, the belt is on a wicked angle from the pulley to pulley. And at first I thought I just needed to slide it out a little, but this one here is actually already out too far. So I may have actually needed to do it more than 1 millimeter. But I think I pushed them 1 millimeter. Actually, I think I did 3/4 of a millimeter. If I don't like it, I can print another one. Come on, hop in here. We want to see this sapphire you're working on. I know you can do it. Because you are the man. And you can figure it out. I've been chatting with Greengate on a private chat about stuff. But we were just chatting today on Twitter private chat. And I'm hoping maybe I can con them to come in. Hang out. The dude. Although I didn't know Greengate was in Wisconsin. He's in Wisconsin. Who's in Wisconsin? I'm a little confused, but that's all right. I know they're out on Long Island, the main office. I actually have a feeling they're made somewhere else. I don't know. One of these days I'll have to ask and find out. I know the office is out on Long Island. I really should take my knees all swollen from fighting with the leaf mulcher yesterday. Take some anti-inflammatories. Advil. It's a Viking. It's a real live Viking. Oh, it's a Viking arm. It's not a whole Viking. It's just an arm. What's up, dude?
Working on the Sapphire. And some stuff. So,
Cool.
what are you doing?
I like your work hockey hat. I call those work hockey. I see people now and I go, like people I know, like in real life, that have no idea about any of this. And I ran into a friend of mine and I said, "Hey, I like your work hockey hat." And he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" It's like, well, and then I had to go and explain, like, we hang out with these guys online, and work hockey's always wearing those kind of knit hats.
It does, and I mostly do as well. At least in the winter time.
I used to wear knit hats all the time. They just made my head itch.
Yeah?
A lot.
Nowadays, I use it to keep my hair in place.
Yeah, you got the old man comb over. You're all ready to go bald, are you?
No. I'm just embracing the Viking style.
Yeah, I know. I'm just picking on you. We call that the old man comb over. Usually because they're bald on top. They comb it over to try and hide it, which doesn't hide it.
When and if I start to go bald, I'll cut all of the hair off.
Yeah.
And then just grow a bigger beard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you could be an oversized work hockey.
Yeah.
Wear the hat, have the big beard, and shaved head.
Yeah. Just polar.
The only difference is you're about, I don't know, twice his height.
Not quite as much, but I'm 6'3".
Oh, darn close. He's shorter than I am.
Yeah.
Quite a bit shorter. He's what, 5'6", 5'7"?
Something like that. So how's the printer working? I didn't catch the whole stream last time.
What stream last night?
I don't know. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but the stream when you fixed the towers on your printer.
Oh, that was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Last night for you.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yesterday morning for me.
Yeah. Is it working okay?
Yeah, it's printing away.
Yeah.
It's actually not perfect, but it's close.
Yeah. Sweet.
I really love, I should have probably said that because I just set the heights and everything with a tape measure, which is not the most accurate way to do it. So this morning I went and set them all, and then while I was setting them, I found out these carriages are a little off, so I redesigned them and printed new ones. I'm being a little more nitpicky with it now. After 3 years, I'm going to finally fine tune it.
Yeah,
you get kind of burnt out when you design one for yourself. What's up, Shane?
Yeah,
hop in here. The link, the StreamYard's link is up there for anyone that wants to jump in, and or Shane. Hopefully, Shane, you'll have your box tomorrow. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If USPS was actually on time. So do you use Z-Hop? Did you see my question on Twitter?
I think I do. Maybe.
It's really funny. It came up last night because I don't know if you know the dude Nero 3D there.
Oh yeah, I watched his stream.
I was watching him work on his switch wire. And I'm looking at it, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the thing is wicked cool.
Yeah.
But the CoreX Z to me just seems like more trouble than it's worth. Knowing what I know now about CoreX Y, having it on Z just introduces so many issues. And I'm like, why would you do this? And he's like, well, it makes your Z-Hop faster. It's like, yeah, so what? And he's right. Like, he does, you know, he sells as a part-time hobby prints that he prints in ABS, which,
Yeah.
whatever. You're going to print in ABS, that's your business. But I can see why people still use it. But if you're doing a build plate and you're moving it around, it makes sense because it literally could take hours off of a 20-hour print. You know, you could take a 24-hour print and make it 20 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up if you're doing it a lot.
Oh yeah.
But the whole Core XZ thing, that switch wire. Oh, I didn't even see you.
I'm
the tracking number. This is worthless. Yeah, the last thing it says is left Massachusetts somewhere, right? Springfield.
Yeah, like
that's our main hub in New England.
Yeah, the alien box. That one says it's what's it called? Like the tracking label's been created, and that's like the last thing it says.
Yeah, and you already got it.
I should have it on Monday if I were to guess.
Yeah, they've gotten. I don't know. I mean, it's Christmas. It was Christmas, and now their biggest problem is people think, oh, Christmas is over and the shipping should get better. They actually are doing almost as much in like Amazon returns and that kind of crap.
Yeah,
you know, the next month shipping is still a nightmare. But
it's like going, going into like a store the day after Christmas is like always like lines and lines and lines.
Yeah.
It's like everybody returning stuff and
same with shipping too. Because the other thing is like, I said something about shipping on Twitter and a bunch of people are like, oh well, it's so much faster with UPS and FedEx. Because I actually like called. I don't call. I scale it and then go online. Because I always check UPS and FedEx, like to ship to you the other day.
Yeah.
It was like $45 with UPS and like $60 with FedEx.
Jeez.
I paid $12 with USPS.
Yeah, that's one of the
I'm sorry, UPS ground. UPS is by and far here in this location the best one for deliveries. But they were no faster to you. Now, it might be a day or two. I mean, granted, it's taking longer because it was over the holiday, too, and it's a weekend, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, you should have had the thing Saturday in reality, but, you know, Friday being New Year's Eve and all that.
Yeah. But one of the weird things that I've noticed with shipping here, like if I were to go to like the UPS store that's down the road here, it's always twice as expensive if I go, instead of going there, go over to the shipping hub and ship it out from there. Like it's always half the cost. I don't know if it's because the guy just knows me because I always went over there because that was the closest one when I lived on that side of town. But it's always as much. It's like half as much money.
I mean, I get it. And like I was, it was the screws. I'm trying to get screws from Open Bills. It's the only place I can get that particular screw without paying ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, the shipping is ridiculous, and it still comes out cheaper. Like I looked at 3 other places. They're 99 cents for a pack of 10 of these screws I get from them, and I love them. They're hardened steel, and they're a super flat head, so they're flush with everything, and they fit all of these screws or them. It's pretty much all I use. They're 99 cents for a pack of 10 at Open Builds. Anywhere else, I can get the same basic screw. It might be a different brand or everything. They're like $1.25 a piece, individual, and then you still pay the ridiculous shipping.
Yeah.
And I can't find them at a reasonable price anywhere else. But I'm sorry, I'm not paying $12.69 on $12 worth of screws.
Yeah.
I'm paying more for the shipping than the screws. And I should, because it still comes out cheaper than if I bought them anywhere else. But
what places have you looked?
I just did searches. I looked everywhere. You can't even get them on Amazon. They're just they're not the same thing. And it's that there's something about those screws that I just can't find them anywhere else.
Do you have one to like show me, like just so I can keep an eye out? Like
it's just a flat head M5 screw, but they're really a flat head because they're hardened steel. What did I do with the pack of them? They got them all. I got all different sizes and shapes. But there's a couple of different ones I found that aren't as good because they taper the head. And and these have no taper.
Yeah, because I'm trying to envision like the super flat.
It's super flat. And the other thing is I found a couple of them that are a little bit cheaper, and I don't mind. But the actual like head size for the socket to go in there, it is smaller because it's the actual head goes down, or the tool goes down into the screw. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a pan head. So probably the closest thing to.
Well, that's just it. I don't want a regular dome top pan head because then they hit each other. Like when you're doing corner brackets, when you're building a frame or something, and you got the corner brackets, if the two screws are in there and you got regular dome pan heads, they actually hit each other.
Yeah.
You get the tool in there where these go flush.
Yeah, because that's the pan head right there.
Yep. That's it right there. But try and find out how much those are is to get M5 8mm. They're only 8mm ones that I'm looking for. They're little tiny ones because these are what you use to hold a frame together. But they're hardened steel. So the socket head, if you look at it, goes down into the screw body. It's not just in the head.
Yeah.
Where I found, like I said, I found cheaper ones, but they have to use a smaller tool bit because, you know, it's weaker and they can't inset it into it. These are like hardened steel.
That's the kind that comes on the artillery sidewinder.
Yeah, they're open builds.
Yeah.
I don't know who makes them for open builds. I know open builds, you know, open builds is kind of like they sell everything, but they don't actually make anything themselves. They just have them made, kind of like Xylotech. Xylotech has stuff made for them to their specifications. They don't just buy cheap Chinese whatever and resell it. It's still cheap Chinese whatever. It's just to their specs.
Xylotech's got everything, man.
Yeah. Well, Xylotech, people don't realize it's Chinese imported, but a lot of the factories they own.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Their filament is Chinese import, but they own the filament factory.
But they have an American warehouse,
distributor. Right? That's all they are is an American distributor. Absolutely nothing from Xylotech is produced in-house.
But it's better than most companies. Like they have support, right?
Yeah, they have in-house, you know, to sales and service, and they actually have a walk-in store, I believe.
Oh, really?
But all their stuff is made in China by their own factories and to their specs. Most of it. Like, I know their filament is. I believe their like 2020 extrusion is. You know, it's made in a company, you know, big, whatever. Say LDO. I know it's not LDO, but say LDO makes it for them, but makes it to their spec.
Right.
So it's a little bit better quality. Now, they just buy big old lengths of it, you know, say 10 feet, and then they snip it to length when they get it here into the States. So that's why they do custom lengths, which is nice. Because Folger Tech do the same thing.
I just got my
Folger Tech.
Yeah. I just got my alien box yesterday. It's the first one I've gotten in, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. And it's all full of Xylotech stuff.
Yeah. Xylotech stuff is not great. I have a lot of problems with it. It's never consistent diameter with their
I bought one of their clone duet boards one time. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no, most of their stuff is decent. If it weren't for the price, when I went to build this, I bought Folger Tech because it was like $1 cheaper, and it was more of a. They're right in Vermont. They're right up the road. I mean, it's 2 hours away, but it's right up the road to me. So it was supporting the local. The only thing that's actual, anywhere I had to run a V groove, I bought actual open builds. Any of the uprights that are just structural and never touch any wheels or anything, they're all Folger Tech. But I would have gotten Xylotech in a heartbeat. I wouldn't have thought about it. And honestly, I think the Xylotech is a little bit cleaner. They do a little bit, like when Folger Tech cut it, they just cut it, and you get the thing, it's covered in freaking aluminum bits and chips. Or Xylotech like vacuums it out and cleans it up. And
Shane Fugatech said yesterday that he moved to Florida or something?
Who?
Folger Tech went to Florida.
I don't know. I know he shut the doors.
Do you know that for sure, though?
Yeah. They're done. You can't even take an order anymore. Now, I don't know if it's permanent or not. I know it's
well, Shane said
maybe
the
forums and stuff a lot.
Yeah.
And he pretty much outright said, COVID wiped me out. I'm done. He was kind of going downhill anyways because the FT5, we were having a discussion the other day. The FT5 is what made him, and it's kind of obsolete now.
Yeah.
You know, he tried with the FT6, and that's just there's nothing special about it other than it's big. And you can just buy the extrusions and build it your damn self. I liked Folger Tech. I mean, I wish they'd stay. There was stuff I liked about them a lot. My bed is Folger Tech. A lot of the extrusion on this is Folger Tech.
He had good pricing.
Yeah, it wasn't the cheapest, but it was far from expensive. His shipping was usually really reasonable and super fast. I would order stuff. Now, again, he's only in Vermont, and it's like a direct line. Even going like USPS or UPS, both have their distributions in Massachusetts, which is like a direct line. You know, comes out of New Hampshire, goes to Massachusetts, goes straight to me. There's no bouncing around 8 different states like a lot of them do, just because, you know, like if I get something from Long Island, which is way closer, it's only 20 miles away, just across the water, it goes from New York, it goes from Long Island to New York City to New Jersey, up to Massachusetts, and back down to me in Connecticut, just because that's, you know, where the distribution hubs are.
If I get something, if I get tuna pasta, it goes to Cincinnati and then to here.
Yeah. It's foolish. I've had stuff come out of Saybrook, Old Saybrook, which is between us and Old Saybrook is the Connecticut River. That's the only difference. But they're considered Middlesex County, and we're New London County. So if I order something from Old Saybrook, from say like the auto parts store, it'll go all the way up to Hartford to come all the way back down to me. Just because, you know, it's distribution. Where you could just go across the river and be done.
Yeah. Yeah, they do some crazy, goofy stuff with shipping, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand the logistics of it because, you know, it's just easier for them to not, you know, you put it all in one big truck and then each truck does its location. But there needs to be a local, you know, you almost want like USPS to have a local distribution center. Like, okay, this is only going in town or the next town over. Let's just take it there. Let's not do the whole shit all the way up. And I get it. It's just more sorting and costs them more money in the long run. And it's funny though with USPS, you saying tracking number is worthless. You know, sometimes it registers and sometimes it just don't.
Yeah. Well, I had one that went on for a present from Coach, and it said it was on its way to the post office for like 6 days. And then finally I called them and I complained. And then later that day, it just showed up at my doorstep. And the tracking number still says it's on its way to the shipping facility.
Oh, yeah. I've got a couple packages that say still shipping, and they've been delivered for like a month.
Yeah. You want to see this print I'm doing? This print on a little tiny. Huh?
Well, Amazon just started delivering in the last couple of months here. Like it used to be Amazon was USPS or UPS, one or the other. Now they have their own trucks here in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, they're great, dude.
I have items that say, you know, shipped. For one, there's no tracking. It's either it's shipping or it's there. There's no tracking.
It should have tracking.
No, nothing. It's just there or not there. We shipped it. We shipped it. It'll say we shipped it from location, you know, like Arizona or Illinois or California or wherever. And then it'll be the next one will be like in transit, hit a hub. Won't even tell you where the hub is. Just hit a hub and poof, it's at your house.
I'm surrounded by Amazon warehouses, and like I bet you 80% of the stuff I buy, if I order it before 11 a.m., it'll be here by 5. Almost all the time. Like
Nice.
The only bummer is we just got an Amazon warehouse, which is why they're delivering in state.
Yeah.
We never had to pay taxes with Amazon until they put it in because there was no location in state. So we never paid sales tax from Amazon.
The other thing Amazon
now
does,
I have to pay sales tax, which is fine.
If you want to make extra money, you go to their warehouse and you sign up for their program. You go to their warehouse, they load your car up with stops, and they pay you a flat rate for delivering everything in your car. It's just got to be done by 5 o'clock. So they'll pay you like $180 or $200 or whatever, and you can take 5 stops, and you just have to deliver it by a certain time. It's pretty good. I know a lot of people that do it. They make pretty good money at it.
Yeah, I've seen people on the cameras dropping off stuff in just regular old cars instead of the Amazon vehicle here.
Yep. That's the other thing too with Amazon. I'll get like 3 packages, and they'll be delivered by 3 different people all on the same day from Amazon.
I've been in Amazon, their warehouse here, because we just started doing business with them in their grocery stores. Now they have full-fledged grocery stores here. I don't know if you know that, but like it's just like going into a Kroger or whatever. But they have full-fledged Amazon stores. But anyways, in their warehouse, dude, it looks like something out of the future, man. It's crazy. Like belts going everywhere, and lasers and scanners, and I mean they're pretty high tech.
Yeah. Well, if you ever watch some of their ads, they're always showing like the robots and stuff.
Yeah. Zooming
around and picking up packages and moving the bigger stuff around.
They don't
that's high tech, but now there's no people getting employed.
Well, they still have, tens of people, but
some of the
even at this warehouse with all the robots and stuff, the final packing is always done by a human.
Yeah.
But I mean, Amazon doesn't make mistakes very often either, usually.
See, that's funny, Sergio, because when I get stuff from Printed Solid, they're right down the coast. It's like 4 or 5 hours away, but I usually order it and I have it within a day or 2 from Printed Solid.
Me too.
Almost always fast. Yeah. Well, not only does he ship it fast, but USPS comes right to me. What the hell did you just do, Viking?
Turn on more lights.
Your whole camera like blew up.
Yeah.
Did you turn on a light or something that wasn't on?
What?
Did you turn on a light or something that wasn't on before?
Yeah.
Oh.
2 lights.
What are you working on, Viking?
I wasn't watching them, and it caught it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what? Was he freaking have an electrical storm over there or what?
No.
Is that a Zortrax or something? What is that?
This? It's the 2 Sapphire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you have it enclosed?
Yeah, I have side panels. I'm going to build a top.
It looks like a Zortrax printer, kind of, from here.
Yeah.
Kind of
similar.
Yeah. So,
a Core XY is a Core XY is a Core XY when you get right down to it.
Is anybody else curious about the
Rich from Greengate? What's up, Rich?
How are you guys?
Hey, bud.
You're in a car. Where are you going?
I'm sitting in my car waiting for my wife to get out of Kohl's.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So
she's gonna walk
in an hour or 2.
She's gonna walk into the car. Yeah, I'm sitting in her car. She's gonna say, "Who are you talking to?" I'm gonna point the phone at her. She'll be live on the net.
She'll be live on the net, and then she'll smack you upside the head and say, "I don't want to be seen."
Yeah, that's right. That's right. How you fellas doing?
Just smashing. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long winter. I cannot wait for this vaccine, and we can all get out and about again.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Package is doing the Eastern Seaboard tour. Oh, Sergio, yeah. I've had that happen with USPS and FedEx and UPS, so sometimes it happens. I swear to God, it gets thrown in the wrong, big box, because they take all your boxes and they put them in one big box, put them on a truck. It gets thrown in the wrong box, travels off to some other state. Then it gets scanned again, and it happens.
Yep.
I've had all 3 major shippers do that. What's up, Rover? Haven't seen you in a long time, dude. So where are you actually at, Rich? You're on Long Island, right?
I'm in Long Island. Yeah, right now we're in where are we here? We're in what town is this?
No, because you were saying something about Wisconsin in a little private message. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you guys
Right.
were on.
No. I have a friend of mine who's an engineer, and he took our stuff and he made a rocket. And he's going to be shooting it off on the 6th of January if weather permits. So
you're going to have it all filmed so we can all see it and crap?
Absolutely. I asked him to send me pictures as he was printing it. He may even have done pictures of himself modeling it. It's incredible. He's done rockets that are like 6 feet tall. So this is no joke. He uses a K engine, K585, I think he said, which, if he does it right, will approach the speed of sound.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's just nuts.
That's like
you guys,
Neary's
all those. Say again?
I said Neary's is printing a rocket too.
Neary's?
Yeah, Chris. You know Chris Neary's, Nery's, Neary's, the big guy. You don't know him?
No.
CR30.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
no.
big on it now, yeah.
He's
big on printing rockets too. He prints a lot of rockets. He's been printing rockets as long as I've seen him.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool thing. I love it.
I guess Viking's done for
flown one, but
What?
I don't think he's ever flown one, but he talks about it a lot.
So
No,
you
he's
were saying about FedEx and UPS and how tragically awful they are.
Yeah.
That's just it. Everyone's like, oh, they suck. They suck. You know, this one sucks. That one sucks. This one's better. I have discovered that it all depends on your location. Like here in Connecticut, in general, FedEx is by and far the worst. They are freaking terrible.
Really? Wow.
Oh, God. The stuff comes at like 11 o'clock at night. The guy's playing loud music.
Really?
Well, here's the thing. FedEx 2 years ago, we had 7 distribution centers in Connecticut, and they consolidated them all into one on the other side of the state. It's closer to you than it is to me. So now all the guys come out of that one hub and got to do these big deliveries with the big vans instead of, you know, they used to come in like little minivans. Now they're coming in big, huge, same thing like USPS does or UPS does, the big vans. And yeah, they're coming all kinds of times and nights, and nothing against the kids driving because they're mostly kids, but they're playing their loud music and they're driving up my driveway at 10, 11 o'clock at night to deliver. Right. Which I don't want to bitch at the kid because the kid's working at 11 o'clock at night. I feel bad for him, but it's freaking 11 o'clock at night, dude. What company are you working for? And they went, they're all FedEx went all contractor. They no longer have employees for delivery.
Really?
Yeah, they went single hub, all contractor.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens when you start changing wages and start messing around and creating minimum wage and enforcing rules. And that's what companies will do. They will look to
they lose quality, though. I mean,
of course, that's right. I mean, that's.
Hey, I'll give UPS some credit. I can't, after 7 months of the Railcorps being destroyed and shipping, they actually paid that claim. And I heard from everybody, they're like, there's no way they're going to pay that claim. There's no, I had basically written it off that it was never going to get paid. And one day Josh called me and he sent me a picture of the check. I'm like, oh my God, they actually paid it. I mean, $900 in damage.
That's real money.
Yeah, USPS is like that too. They'll pay it. Like years ago, I shipped an old original PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And sold it on eBay, shipped it. I insured it for like $150 or whatever. The thing was absolutely mangled. I mean, you could literally see like footprints on it. They stomped on it. They beat on it. And, the person that bought it from me on eBay emailed me and said, look, I want my money back. This isn't, I'm like, I don't have the money. I can't give it back, but we'll fight it. Because that's the other thing too, is the receiver doesn't, file a claim. It's the sender, which is, I think, backwards. Because how the hell am I supposed to know I'm not there? So anyways, I fought it. I eventually paid her back anyways because, you know, I felt bad and I had enough money, so I just paid her. And like 2 months later, I finally like got ready to call a lawyer, and I said to USPS, I said, I'm going to call a lawyer because this is insane. And all of a sudden, poof, I had a check in the mail.
Yeah,
I had that lawyer. I insured it.
Somebody.
I mean, and it's obvious. She took pictures. I took pictures. I mean, there was footprints on the box. I mean, come on.
Well, I think Josh does a lot. Josh does a lot of business with the UPS, and he had his own rep, and I think that helped. But what was funny is after he got the check and everything was good, I was totally happy. About 3 days in a row, the UPS man kept showing up at my job because that's where I had it shipped to because it was so big. And they go, hey, they come in my office, my secretary go, hey, there's some UPS guy up here saying that he has a 3D printer for you. I go, oh, really? So I go up there. He's like, no, I'm supposed to be picking up a 3D printer. I'm like, oh my God. 3 days in a row, I had to tell him, guys, there's no 3D printer to pick up. There's no, you know, but yeah. They're
communication.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Lightspeed? You doing all right?
Doing all right. Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
I'm good. Busting it 16 hours, but finally I took a vacation, quasi-vacation, like 6 or 7 hours a day. And I took one full day off where I turned off my phone, didn't turn on my computer, and it felt terrible. I felt so disconnected.
That's the day I hit you up and said, hey, I'm playing with that again.
Yes, it probably was.
How's the filming business? You been going good? Your business going good? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would say that the holiday season was more disappointing than it was up. I thought we would do a lot more sales. So,
really?
I mean, yeah, I thought we would. We did okay. What are you showing me?
I'm trying to show you that this is that color I was trying to tell you about, the gold and black. I love this.
Okay.
It's a shitty
black with like gold fleck in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like black with lots of gold in it. And
that's European, right?
well, yeah. So this was it's a Filamentum's Vertigo Galaxy, technically.
Right.
But dude, they want $40 for a 700 gram roll, and it just Filamentum is great filament, but it's just so expensive. And so Filament Frenzy sent me this link to Add North, and they had these on sale for Black Friday for $15 a roll.
Wow!
And so I bought like 15 of them from Sweden.
And I don't blame you.
And guess what? I ordered from TH3D that same day. I ordered this from TH3D that same day, Black Friday, and the stuff from Sweden came in 3 days, and this came a month later.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. The Omnia drops, when he said he was shipping at FedEx from Germany, I'm like, oh, great. You know, this will be like 2 weeks. I had that thing in 2 days.
That's
from
sick.
Germany. He shipped it on a Sunday, and I had it Tuesday morning.
You know, when you order from Prusa, it's the same way. Prusa feels like, I mean, it's like 2 or 3 days to your door, man. It's crazy how fast.
Yeah, but you're paying. I swear, FedEx International is not the same company as FedEx.
Yeah.
FedEx International is really.
Say hi to my wife.
Who's that?
Hi, wife. How are you?
Hi, wife.
This is Barbara. Super fast shipping.
You're the shipping department.
So who am I saying hello to?
Tom, Shane, and Steve.
Yeah. So we're gonna get going because we're gonna start driving. So I'll probably lose this hot spot. But
thanks for stopping in, man.
It's good catching up with
nice
y'all.
Nice to meet you guys. I've seen all your names before, so it's nice to see you with the name.
Nice to meet you.
Too. Have fun. Enjoy your driving, shopping, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, errands.
Thank you, guys. We'll catch up later. I'm sure I'll talk to you guys on social media.
Yep.
All right.
Later, man.
All right, gentlemen. Be well.
Bye.
Right. Take care, Viking. Peace.
Bye.
Hey, Mama Green Gate. That's a good way to put it there. Danny boy. Well, it was cool. He stopped in.
Yeah, so the last alien box had Green Gate Pet G in it. Oh, there's cameras over here now. I mean, the the
cool.
torque wrench because I needed Pet G for that. So it was a perfect amount. If I didn't screw up, the print, you could do it with one of the samples.
I did the same exact thing, Shane. This
looks pretty cool.
is Green Gate. This is Green Gate too.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
Well, I've had this for. I actually got this sample in an alien box like a year ago, and I'll tell you what, man. This thing has held up so good. I mean, it's still perfect. That Pet G is really good.
Yeah, when it prints good.
Huh?
It's really, really moisture sensitive.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I kind of
in the desert, so I don't really have a problem with moisture very often. But
I have a major problem with moisture. I have a real hard time printing with it.
Yeah, in the middle of winter here, you can end up with swamp ass, even though there's snow on the ground. So
yeah.
I mean, this is a year old, and I use this thing all the time. This is their clear.
I gotta make me one of them.
They're pretty slick. You know where I got this idea from is Nero 3D. He had it on one of his videos.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do it. It's supposedly really accurate too once you get it set up.
You know, there's not very many 3D printed tools you can print that you can use every day like this. I mean, I think it's really kind of an exceptional model, honestly.
Did anybody ever fight it against a regular torque wrench and see what its actual torque reading is?
No, my opinion though is that I always click it about because I have all mosquitoes. I think Shane, you mainly have mosquitoes too, right?
No, I have mostly E3D stuff. So
yeah, so I don't use a wrench, so I always just go up and go click, 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 and that's it when it's hot. So I always click it 3 times. I don't know what it's supposed to be, 1.5 Newton meters. You can actually print ones that are stronger than this, I think.
Yeah, the one that I have is 3 Newton meters. That's what everybody was recommending for the E3D stuff. So
yeah, I just one of these days I'm gonna have to print it and go out and get my micro torque wrench and fight it against it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You know, the reading thing to see how accurate it is.
I mean, it's pretty cool too because it's reversible. You can put them on either side, you know. But yeah, these are great. These are great little tools.
This thing. This is a purchased one.
Yeah. Does it snap?
No.
Or is it?
But it's a socket or a quarter drive.
Oh, that's cool.
And it is ratcheting. It's not torque. You can get them torque from what I understand. I've never bothered.
The only thing I don't like about this one is like it never fit. I have all these drawers in here, and it doesn't fit in any of the drawers, so I'm constantly losing it. But I like it.
You 3D print your drawer, and then you can make it however big you want.
I know.
This actually works. I mean, I designed my own because I wanted my own sizes, but whoever came up with the simple V groove slider, it works freaking beautifully. I expected it to blow here, along the edges because the layer lines and whippiness.
Yeah,
I got a lot of weight in here. I got freaking knives and tape measures and ties and power supplies and all kinds of crap in here. There's some weight. There's probably a couple pounds in here, and I have no qualms with this thing holding up.
You just downloaded that?
I actually designed this one because, again, I wanted my own custom size. But there's a buttload of them now on like Thingiverse and I think Thangs. Everyone's big on the Thangs now.
So you just attach it to the bottom of your desk?
Yeah. I did 2 of them because I wanted a slightly bigger but shallower one over here. And you just do the 30-degree angle. Don't do 45 because it'll spread it too much, I guess, or something. It's a 30-degree angle notch. And it just slides on it. And it holds up really well. Like, surprisingly well, it holds up.
Viking looks like Dexter back there. With all his plastic.
Yeah. Hiding the evidence.
Yeah, Brent. That's that Tesla Tequila Model.
What the hell is that?
Tesla came out with a Tequila Model. But you see how it's printed just on the tip right there of it? I kind of did it as a test because I didn't think it was going to hold it, but that nanopolymer, man. That's
You know,
awesome.
I've never had a. I got a bottle. I've never actually used it. For
Well, look
one,
at
when
that.
I got it, the cap wasn't tight and it leaked all over the package, so it's only like half full.
I mean, I bet you
the
there's,
whole package was soaked in this stuff.
I bet you there's 8 millimeters of it touching the bed right there. Maybe.
Yeah. And I've never had a problem. Like I printed that light.
Now that I showed you that, it's going to fall out.
But it's just like a single like extrusion. It's basically spiral mode, but it's not because I didn't want spiral. There's 4 pieces. Actually, no, the new one isn't. That's one piece. So it's one circle, one extrusion thick, spiral mode all the way up, never pop free. And it's
What is
full
it?
build.
I see it.
I gotta turn the light off. Ow! Bad knees.
You don't have Google Home?
See the light shade? It's hard to see. But
Is it clear?
yeah.
Oh, you got it really clear, man.
Yeah, it's fair. It's not as clear as it looks in there. It's fair.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first things I ever printed on this. On the llama core, because that was the biggest printer I had at the time. And it was a full build plate, single extrusion, spiral mode.
Huh.
With believe it or not, Maker Geeks clear PLA.
You want to see my lampshade I made? Look, there isn't one. I should
one.
That is so clear.
I made this one that's hanging over the rail core right there, out of a Prusa spool.
What is
Oh, the pulley thing?
Yeah, well, no, there's a light hanging from it. It's hard to see, but it's right there in the window.
Oh, I can
That's
see it now.
Yeah, it's an IKEA lamp cord kit or whatever.
Yeah.
But I adapted it for because somebody on Prusa printers made it, but they made it for the European market, not for the U.S. market.
Yeah, it's no big deal. You just got to redesign it.
Yeah, I had to redesign it. Trust me, by the time I got done, there was nothing left of the original model anymore.
Yeah, sometimes that's okay. You're just using the original one as a concept to work off of.
Actually, I think the disc or the light cover was the only part I used, but the part that mounts the lighting into it, I mean, it was a pain in the ass trying to figure that out. Originally, I was going to have it bolted to the wall, but I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It fully works, so like I can adjust it low, high, whatever, which is nice.
Mm. Yeah, most of my lights are mounted on some kind of 3D printed mount, a little clip, or like the lights. I got a light up behind the TV, up on the shelf. There's a shelf above my TV.
Yeah,
with like my stereo and a cable box and some paperwork, and there's a lip there, and just a strip LED, and I tucked it up underneath and like printed a clip, and it just snaps up into it.
I got a whole box of these for. I got a whole box of these for review units from Amazon. They're like metal. They're metal, and they mount magnetically, but they have a remote, and they're like $29 or something. Yeah,
a piece,
huh?
A piece or
no? This one was $20 or $18, and then I got a bunch of little ones. But they sent me a whole box of these for review units. But it has a remote, you know. And
yeah. I mean, that's nice. These are like, I get like 6 of them for $25.
What is it?
Just an LED strip light. Looks like an old, replacement. And the 4 foots, believe it or not, the 2 foots are more expensive. I get 10 4-foot, like that one. I don't know if you can see it over there standing up. That's a 4-foot on a little green tripod. You get 10 of those for $50, I think now.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they? Right?
I discovered them when I was working next door for my old boss over here. We were going to relight the shop. We were rebuilding his shop.
How bright are they, Mama?
Wicked bright, like overly bright, too bright.
Really?
Yeah.
And they stand up like that, or did you have to make a mount for them?
I made a little tripod. It sits on a little. I 3D printed a tripod years ago.
What's up, Mike?
Hey! Whoa, is that a new chair there, Llama?
Well, I've had this for months. It's not a real one. It's a fake belt.
Only the best for mama.
Printed. Now it's stuck in there, but the legs all used to snap out. I glued them all together, but you 3D print the 3 legs and then the shell and the cord comes up from underneath. And it all.
But it's not a battery operated one.
No.
Oh.
It's a corded. But the thing is you buy 6 or 8 or 10 of them. They come in 4, 6, 8, or 10 packs, and they have the cords with the switches, or they have a little extension unit so you can just parallel them on and on and on and just plug in one.
They still have them on there though.
Oh yeah, and then these are actually more expensive. You get less of them for more money because the 4 foots are more popular, I guess. And they got them in 6, 8, and 10 foot lengths too. And the other thing is we started using these on job sites as drop lights because they're so cheap. And we've had some of them break, and there's actually like 6 lights in here. And the way they're wired, we've had like tools dropped on them and just totally destroy a section. And both halves on either side of it still work.
Are they LED lights?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like this one's got 3 strips in it. If I broke it in the middle, the 2 ends would still light.
You should
little, like 10-inch sections,
a link to
8-inch sections, whatever. They're really cool, and they're super light. There's no weight to them. They're awesome for like drop lights. They're super cheap. They're super. I mean, we like I said, we started using for drop lights because they were so cheap, and the guys were beating up like we were getting the halogen little square lights like you always see on job sites and everything.
Yeah,
we started getting these, and I started printing those stupid tripods, and everybody loved them because one, if it broke, it broke. If you dropped a hammer while you're up on a ladder and it smashed the light, it was like you're not out $50 and having to deal with a halogen bulb and all of that heat and crap. You're out, $5. And you go out to the truck and, like carried a case of them in the truck. And you just went out in the truck, grabbed another one, plugged it in, and off you went.
Oh, yeah, I think I just saw it. A 12 pack. What the heck?
Yeah, I dropped my drill and it landed with the trigger. Yeah, they're pretty freaking bright.
What is it called?
They're even brighter. And they come with little snap-in mounts. They're made for like ceilings and workshops and stuff. That's what they're actually selling for.
So do you have a link to it or anything?
Just Amazon LED lights search. They change like whichever brand. It's some Chinese no-name brand. I bought like 3 different brands, and they're all exactly the same. Like the plugs even work and everything.
Is it this one, Mama? Here, let me show you.
They literally every time I went searching for it, I got a different brand. Whichever one's on sale. Because I started, the first ones I got were like $60 for 60 of them, which is still cheap. It's $10 a piece. We were originally going to put fluorescents up in his shop. You get the Home Depot cheapo, dual bulb, hang by the chain, crap shop lights. And I'm like, well, let's look and see what we can get for LEDs, save a little bit of money on the thing. And neither one of us, he has the same problem I do. Fluorescent lights, I can see the flicker. I don't know what it is in my eyes, but fluorescent lights drive me nuts after about an hour of being in them. I'll get a wicked headache. Huh?
You're already not.
Still didn't hear you.
It's just overclocked a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. It just fluorescent lights always my whole life have always. What happened to frickin' Steve? He just off clicked himself. He pulled a me. Yep, that's exactly what he did. You pulled a me, huh? You clicked on something and it overwrote your window.
No, I my Wi-Fi dropped out for a second. But did you see the link I posted? Is that the one you're talking about?
But I haven't been looking either. We can put it
the 6-foot linkable LED utility shop lights.
Yeah, those are 6 foot, but probably, yeah.
Well, they have 4 foot, 12 foot.
Yeah, you can get them 2. You can actually get them in 18 up to like 10 foot, I think.
So this is for $100.
Oh, that's way too much.
No, wait. So if you get 4 6-foot links for $77, and they're linkable. You said
I actually have a couple of those. Those are thick, even brighter than the ones I've got.
Yeah,
those
they're
are
6,000 lumens.
down in my mother's in the 2-foot, and they're way too bright. But they're actually more expensive. You can get these are cheaper, and I actually like them better because they're not as bright. If that makes sense.
Yeah, these ones have. You can link them together, daisy chain them together.
Yeah, they all do that. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool though, because you could put a whole bank of them on a wall.
Right. Well, we tied them together on the ceilings in the shop originally, but these that you're looking at, those are actually, if you look at it, there's 2 light strips at a 45 to each other.
Right.
The ones I have are just single light strips.
Are these things 12 volts or are they 24 volts? Or like 120?
I have no idea. You plug them into a wall. They're 110, but
okay.
Where it's an LED, it kicks it down.
They're probably 20. They're probably like every other LED, like what, 5 to 24 volt something.
Yeah, and then there's some kind of kick down in them. The one thing I will say, where I put them in the stands, I've noticed one side of it when you plug them in gets really hot. So that's got to be where the little MOSFET or whatever it is that kicks it down to 5 volt is, because that heats it up.
Mike, it says 72 watt. Yeah, 72 watt bulbs. I don't know, or strips, LED strips.
Yeah, and if you're looking for something for like 3D printing stuff, you can think, and you got 12 volts, you can thank the computer people. These are like $5 for a foot-ish long LED strips.
Oh yeah, those things that make your gamer computer go faster.
Yeah. And you can also get just regular strip lights for really cheap too now.
That looks like are those UV lights?
No, they're color changing.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get a tan down there in that basement.
Yeah, they're color changing.
Oh, I see.
I get it on rainbow puke mode.
Wow, they've gone up. They were actually cheaper before. They're 46 for a set of 6 of them, the ones I got.
Post a link to them.
I'm gonna. Here, I'll just put it in a regular chat. The first time I talked about them like a year ago. John Mack and his buddy there were redoing the lights in their shop, and they got the 8-foots. And he said, "Thank you, holy crap, they're bright. They were wicked cheap, and they got 6 or 8 foots and linked them all together." And put them in their shop, and he's like, "They're freaking awesome." Because the other thing I like about them over like the fluorescence is not only the flicker's gone, but the unit itself is so tiny. Those are actually made, originally designed with the 2 little clips to screw up into drop ceilings. You know, the aluminum track in the drop ceiling. They're like the perfect width, so you just snap it up to the drop ceiling. Boom, you're done.
Well, so those are
low profile.
So the ones
linked.
So these ones, the ones I posted said they're 6,000 Kelvin, right? And these are so the ones you posted says that they're brighter, actually 2,200 lumens.
Yeah, they're not.
The one I posted says 7,000 lumens.
One of those is measurably brighter than the other.
Yes.
Well,
again, we only need one measurement.
A white housing on them that diffuses it too.
Well, they're wicked bright. So
yeah, they're all wicked bright. I mean,
yeah.
Matter of fact,
that's scientific enough for me. If it says wicked bright, I'm in.
I just thought of that. I have one of those ones you linked in a 2-foot.
Yeah.
And this thing's too bright. That's why I put it in the closet and I put it behind the trim board, and because it's too bright, it'll
a lot brighter than the whole room. I assume it's a lot brighter than these. These are a bunch of little individual lights, but
yeah.
What's cool about this is it's battery operated and it's magnetic. And it was free.
Pretty nice.
Free is
downright freaking insane.
That is pretty bright, actually.
It's really bright. which is why I tuck it over in the corner and kind of shoot it against the wall. And I get a back glow through. I literally can light my whole room with that light instead of this thing.
It's wicked bright.
And those are LEDs too. Same thing. That's got one of them replacement. You remember the old round fluorescents? That's what that light originally had in it. And now they sell little LEDs that are replacements for those for like $10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
And you just slap it up in there. It's a little disc with all the little LEDs glued to it, and it comes with its own little what's the little box that converts it there? Transistor.
Ballast.
Yeah, for the LED.
Well, I almost bought one off Amazon that screws into a regular light bulb, and then it's got 3 panels you can move.
I got one of those. That thing's sick right too. I put it in the hallway in my basement. I'm kind of pissed because now it shows all the damn dirt in the staircase.
Turn it off.
That thing is insane bright. They sent me one of those to do a review, and I went to do the review, and it's no longer on Amazon. I can't review it because it's not available.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it was a free light. Company's gone. But that thing's insane bright too.
Yeah. I've only seen reviews of them. On Black Friday they had a bunch of sales on them. I was gonna buy them. I never did.
Yeah. I like it if you have the space. My problem is in our staircase, the light, instead of being at the top, because it's kind of a shallow stair, my father put the mount on the sidewall and the next stair. So like one of those 3 leaves straight and the other 2 are folded out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it just glows the whole staircase, like unbelievably.
So Mike, how's your video going? You did with DPT.
We've been getting a lot of traffic, so
Have you?
Yeah, it's not so bad. Not so bad at all.
That's good, man.
You do a video with?
Design prototype test.
For real?
For real.
Hey, I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah. It was a great video. I mean, an hour long. I mean, that's a pretty long video.
Yeah, I was really surprised at, how well it came together. He must have spent an awful long time editing.
Yeah,
because there was an awful lot of content in there.
Were you guys online? Did you guys spend a long time filming it?
Yeah, because we were probably talking for about 2 or 3 hours when he recorded that, and he did a couple different takes on different things for like recording the printer and stuff like that. But it was all pretty much one shot for all the setup stuff. Did you
send him the Raspberry Pi, or did he already have it?
Oh, he already had a Pi, and he had the print mill. Yeah. So it was just easy to go and have him test it, which was great because I don't have a 3D print mill to test with. So yeah, he's got the hardware.
Is there a lot of difference that you noticed between that one you had, the iFactory, and the print mill?
Well, the G code's basically identical. The only thing that was different was the start and end G code, and everything just worked for him when he set it up. So
that's cool.
No major issues.
I learned a lot about I've always kind of wondered like what you do. I've never really understood what the concept was, but that's like the first full length like long take I've seen on it, explaining it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. We got a lot of stuff in there. CAD, we got the queuing system, credit card billing, all that fun jazz. So, it's not a small system.
Are people using it though? Like, if I set mine up, would somebody actually try to print something on my printer?
Potentially. I mean, it depends on where you're at, right? We don't have a huge amount of coverage at this point. It's basically in Connecticut, and that's pretty much it at the moment.
Well, now in Portland too, right? Or Vancouver, Washington.
But yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is if you have a business place that you can actually set it up at, so like a place with like Main Street kind of presence, because basically you set up your printers behind the counter or in the window or something, and you offer the 3D printing service, and it's basically autopilot. You know, people print and then they come down and pick it up. It's not designed for ordering and shipping. It's designed for local pickup at the moment.
Right. Did he leave his printer, or did he set his printer up on your line, or no? Like, is it
I don't think he has set it up to be monetized. I don't know whether he has a space that he can do that at. So, you know, that's the thing. Some people don't want to go and put their home address on the map. You know, that works in some of like the more rural areas where you're already running a business like off your property. Like if you had like something that you were running out of your garage or something. But you're going to have an address where people can pick up their stuff in some hours that you can actually allow people to come and pick up your stuff at.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, it's good to, like, if you want to partner with like a computer store or something in your area and say, hey, I got this equipment. You mind if I stick it in the window and you guys can offer a new service or something? Or, you know, if you already have some kind of a footprint that allows you to do that.
Right. It's a good idea. It's just figuring out how to make it all work together, right? I mean, that's the hard part. To make it where people actually go and use it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the places that we've had it set up at is like the maker spaces and libraries locally. So it's been pretty good because most of those they have regular members that use the printers, and you know, basically it eliminated all the administrative effort that they had to manage the printers.
What do you do for? I mean, this isn't your job, right?
This is not my 100% job at the moment. I work for a defense contractor.
He works for EB, man.
Yeah, we build boats that sink.
Yeah.
Deliberately. They deliberately sink.
Subs.
Yeah.
What do you actually do there? I mean, not to be.
It's confidential.
I'm a designer.
Oh.
Yeah.
My brother was one of the techs. And I'll never forget, they went and they took one of the subs and they always run them out into the sound and drop them down and run them through their course with all the techs before they give it to the Navy.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to necessarily be on the first dive.
Yeah, well, that's just it, because they go out and they drop it to the bottom of the sound, because the sound's only, 60 or 80 feet in the deepest area. He went out there for a first run, and one of the ballast tanks blew, and they couldn't come up. They were stuck down there for 3 days.
Well, I mean,
so they could get a sea crane and bring it back up.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
When I lived in Seattle, or on the west coast of Seattle, or the Washington State, we used to have we had a bridge that we had to go over every day, and there was always constantly subs in there, and they'd stop the bridge, you know, because while they were going under the bridge, you couldn't drive over it for whatever reason. So it was so annoying, man. I mean, it'd take hours they'd back traffic up to just have a sub go through the bridge.
Was it like a drawbridge or something? Because I mean, we don't have something like that around here. They'll go right up the river.
It was a floating bridge. It's the Hood Canal Bridge.
Oh, a floating bridge.
Yeah, in Hood Canal, Washington. Yep. Yep. So they would stop the bridge. They would stop the traffic on both sides while the sub was going underneath, and the sub would dive. You could see it dive. It'd go under the bridge, and when it came up the other side, they would let traffic resume. But there was something about they were concerned about the cars being on the bridge. I guess why it was passing through.
Yeah, but I can understand that. You know.
Yeah. There was a lot of concern about the subs going up here, going underneath the Thames Bridge.
Well, yeah, all you need is somebody to attack
the sub.
Yeah, that would not be good.
But then it was like, if they wanted to do that with EB right there.
Yeah.
Somebody really wanted to do it. There's like always 4 of them right there on dock. They could just drive a boat up and go boom.
Meh. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on anything like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you know, because they originally, I remember back in the 70s and 80s, they were talking about like doing something with the Thames where once the, you know, when the boat was coming up, no one could be on the bridge, and everybody around here were like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. And then they proceeded to make the bridge frickin' 6 lanes wide on each direction. Are you old enough to remember when that was only 2 lanes on both sides?
Oh, that was when did that happen? Was that in the early 90s?
I think it was even before that.
Yeah.
I think it was mid to late 80s.
Well, then I missed it.
When did they switch it? Because the closest one to the sound is actually the original bridge. The other bridge, there's 2 bridges there now.
Yeah,
bridge,
it was 2 directions originally.
Yeah, the original bridge was 2 lanes on each side with a breakdown lane plus a walkway. So they took that, they made it 4 or 6 lanes, whatever it is now, going over it, and then built another bridge for the southbound.
Yeah. Have you ever gone across the pedestrian bridge there? It's sketchy. It is so sketchy.
You think that's bad? Go across the one on the Baldwin Bridge, on the old Baldwin Bridge. That was just a net with a steel frame walkway underneath it. It was held up by net, by fabric net, and you crossed it.
No, I was talking.
Yeah,
something else.
Well, that wasn't my best print, but it's not the worst, and it should work. And it should move it out just enough. Nothing else misaligned, did it? Nope. Only one way to find out. It looks all right. So, time to print the other side. Give myself a little more clearance, a little better alignment. Everything is good. I don't know why that came out so crappy there. I've never had that problem before. Because that is really quite crappy.
Hey, anybody good with Gerbil?
Gerbil?
Yeah, I just got a new toy. I got this new little CNC machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cheap. It was cheap on Amazon. It came with a laser and an engraver bit. I'm just actually using it because it has a rigid 3-screw motion system just for doing a different project, but trying to figure out the G code for it, and it looks like there's some weird stuff you have to do with Gerbil before you can just start talking to it and sending it serial commands.
Yeah. I'll probably try one out soon, but I haven't tried anything like that yet.
Octoprint. Heat that puppy back up. I am going to have to include better.
I gotta babysit this print. I wasn't quite, didn't quite have enough filament on that spool.
Oh, that's what I want to do before I printed it. I wanted to see exactly where that lands and how bad it lands. So I can get rid of that other piece of accessory that I don't need for the end stop. Let's see. How am I going to do that? Well, I can just take the other one out of the way and go look. Let's not slice anything yet. Y'all done playing with your printer, Viking?
If I'm done, it's printing in polycarb.
Oh, you actually got it running. I got it. I thought you just gave up on it.
No.
I thought a new version of Proof Slicer 2.3 was coming out, and it's still not out.
They just had it.
It still says 2.2.
The beta or the?
No, the full release version says 2.2.
Yeah, they were talking about it because I watched that Cruise Alive every once in a while.
Yeah, when they on the problem Cruise Alive, they said that by the time you saw this video, it would be up. Oh, I see. They have it in release candidate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my ears.
good morning.
Welcome to hell.
Who was that?
Oh yeah, you know, it's great when you don't have homing switches.
Yeah.
Or at least it's screws. At least it's screws, so it's not gonna like stretch out the belts or something.
No, it's just gonna strip out the screw instead.
Yeah, eventually, but they're slightly more resilient than belts.
19.75 12. So 20 millimeters up from the track. And I have to remember to put that back, otherwise the thing will never home. Okay, we got little homing freaking stop, and all it's for is hitting the homing switch, and I want to get rid of it. And put the basically a bolt in the way so I don't need to. So 20 millimeters up. And how far in? Doesn't have to be exact. About that far. So 7 or 8 millimeters in. Firing up Fusion to do some modeling. You guys got awful quiet. What the hell? What do I have you in here for? You're all supposed to be blabbering away, so I don't have to.
I had to babysit a printer for a few seconds, so I couldn't really. I had to pay attention to what's going on here.
Did you give it a binky?
Oh, what did you say?
Did you give your printer a binky?
What's a binky?
You don't know what a binky is?
No.
It's like a nursing nipple.
The little fake nipple thing baby suck
Oh,
on.
I didn't know that's what they were called.
A pacifier.
Pacifier, yeah. Binky.
A binky. I'm trying to beat Nero's Voron 10-minute benchy on the Railcore.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Why? Why not?
I don't know.
Because I can.
So it's one of those just cuz. That's the answer. Is just cuz. Why? Just cuz.
Yeah.
So this hole, which is the last thing I put on here, so that should be easy. Why is it not letting me to go to the end? Show me the end. Show me the last thing I did. That is not the last thing I did. Why won't it let me go to the end? Go to the end.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Chris.
Okay, what's the issue here? Why can't I go to the end? Edit that hole.
Hi, MJ.
Edit feature. Oh, but that's kind of annoying. I had to do it that way. So I want the reference here. So if it's 10, what reference is that?
Right, that didn't work either. What the hell?
I want it. Whoa, that's loud. And I want that.
Oh yeah, I'm making all sorts of great noises.
It's almost like you building the iFactory all over again.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that one grabbed my beard and tried to kill me. This one hasn't killed me yet.
And that, my friends, should work. Just peachy. So
I
I
actually-
want that screw in there. I think I do. What is the size of an M3 nut?
Very
I
close.
need to remember what the M3 nut size is. Because I'm a nut. An M3 nut is how big?
5 millimeters. I'm just gonna guess
I don't even think they're
between
that
5
big.
and 6.
They are. I should have this memorized because I do this like constantly. I keep having to redo the. Uh-oh.
Battery's dead.
Yep. I just put batteries in it like a week ago.
Good
Oh,
batteries
see,
there.
see a light speed.
I'm saying you got to find a solar one. That's what I want.
You know, a lot of times I found with this, it's not the actual battery. The little battery cover keeps coming undone. So it like disconnects the battery.
Oh no.
What it was. It is 5.4, 5.5. So if I do a little bit bigger, 5.75, which half of that is what? Half of it is 3, 6.
Oh, light speed's Wi-Fi kicked out again.
Oh no. You have to get better internet. I hear it's a little box.
I don't know why he should have problems. He's in like a good area. What is half of 5.75 is?
Well, why do you need to know that?
Because it only does radius with this freaking thing.
Are you
Uh,
going to get
so-
into
so
a
what
CAD
you-
program?
So what you
I
do is
got 3 people talking at once, and I can't
Yeah.
hear none of you.
so what you do is 5.75 divided by 2 if you need the radius.
You know, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, if you're doing it on a CAD program, you can most of the time just enter that in. You don't
Yeah.
even have to mess with the
I don't know
calculator.
why it's 2.875, which I knew that. The minute I see it, I know it. It's just one of those I can never remember it because I'm old and worn out and tired and stupid. Back set it in a millimeter or 2. Let's go 2.5. .5 is enough. And then that is that. And then I can print that.
So what's the Viking been working on? I popped in as she was probably explaining it.
I was just putting in LEDs on the backside of the hot end.
Okay.
The new the bracket I designed. Nothing more today. But from earlier, I designed hot end bracket for the fetus dragonfly. EMS. It's now printing polycarbonates.
And that way I can just bridge and not need any supports. And that is good. Save. Part. Right tower. Save as STL. Yes, I would like to make it high. Not get high, make it high. And you have to place the old one. And I can bring it into this here thing. Delete that one because it no longer is relevant. And bring in this one, right tower. And rotate it so this faces down, which is this way. Poof, done. Add supports, which I'm going to put in manually because I don't like the way they do it. I actually need to put it right.
So it's kind of sucks now because this is the last day of our Christmas shutdown.
At
So
work or play work?
What was that?
Work or play work?
Work. So
You get back to EB tomorrow, huh?
yeah, I got to go back to the salt mines.
Could be one. Yep. That's one place. It's so weird. I never ended up working with EB. Like everybody I know at least worked there for a little bit. I just never.
It's a weird place. Once you're in, you're in.
What you want out.
Mm-hmm.
Which most people want out, but then they really don't. They just say they want out.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to be out, but unfortunately, nobody's competing with the labor prices they pay there. So,
yeah, with the benefits, I will say the benefits are still good.
Mm-hmm.
My mother is living on EB benefits from my father.
Mm-hmm.
Which they just halved. Because, thank you, but I won't get into politics, but thank you, Republican Party. It's Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How's the mic sound? I don't know which mic I'm on. Let me make sure I'm on the right one.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the snowball. So
Snowball.
Yeah.
Having a snowball fight, are we?
Yeah. There's actually I got lucky. I got a buddy of mine who he has a plow on his truck, and for the sake of his insurance, he just donates his time to all of his friends and family and goes around and plows their driveways. Of course, we can't give him money because once he receives money, it becomes a job and then his insurance goes up. So he just shows up out of the blue whenever the snow falls and says, "Here, let me get your driveway." I said, "Okay." So I moved some cars and he plows around everything and makes life easy for me.
You got snow there last night or something?
Yeah, we got like, I think about 2 inches of snow last night. Nothing crazy. I mean, it was kind of a lighter powdery stuff, so it wasn't so bad. But the fact that we've been getting weird weather and it's been like raining and then it starts to like heavy, thick, wet snow, and then we get light, fluffy stuff on top of that. We've got a nice sheet of ice under everything.
All right.
I'm waiting for us to get some good snow this season. We really need it.
What did you get today? Because we've been getting sleet. There's like a light white coating out in my yard. It was raining and then it turned to like little ice balls.
Yeah, it looks like rain outside.
And let's print it. Upload.
Oh, there's a bumper.
Yeah, I got my dog in here. He usually hangs out outside. He's kind of an he's an inside-outside dog. Spends more time outside than inside because he just doesn't like being in the house. He gets beat up by the cats, so he likes to just hang out outside.
Didn't know you were back there, Steve.
But he likes to hide out here in the office with me. There's no cats out here.
Oh.
You know what's crazy is 10,000 acceleration. I just tried it.
Hey, Chris.
I felt my whole house move.
Robbie Mac. I haven't been watching chat at all. Robbie Mac's here. Chris Travis. Ryan. Mr. Buttram.
Yeah, Chris Travis had to take off.
I literally have not been paying. It's actually been blocked by, the window was covered up by other windows I was working on. Dan, Rover. I remember all those. Never let the machines work.
Oh.
I'm caught up. MJ.
Hey, what's up with the icon there, Dan? Are you offering a new service?
No, actually, I want to try and switch my camera real quick because I got something actually printing and I want you guys to see it. So,
what's the icon you got there?
Is that like a reverse extrusion service that you're offering or something?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
An insertion service.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to get the printer cameras up on screen, so I had to switch to expert, but I'm trying to get it set up here real quick and get the camera showing. But I can start the camera again here in just a second. Actually, there you go. Now you can see me. Now I just got to make the cameras work.
Same thing as his icon.
Yeah, my face, that ass, it's all the same.
Butt face.
I should change it to butt face. Yeah. So BF3D. Of course, that could be taken another way as well. So,
yeah, we won't go there. This is my regular channel.
That's why I didn't say it, Mom.
This is like PG/borderline R, not R/.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't draw much attention to it.
I don't know why to be honest, I don't even know why I just clicked a button. I usually would have done this on the live channel instead of this one.
Yeah, it happens.
So wait a second. Is this stream marketable to children?
No. But it's my regular channel stream. Not my,
yeah, so we have to be good boys and girls.
It's not my live BS stream. It's my live real channel, which I try and keep clean these days. Oh, well, this is the channel that me and Shalom did the New Year's Eve party on. That got banned in every country in the world.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What did you do?
We got really, really drunk. And I literally woke up the next day and my email was just full of Google notices from YouTube saying you've been banned, your video has been, can't be published, all kinds of checks and marks, and you need to remove this video. And I'm like,
have you considered not being
really that bad
on the stream?
Huh?
Have you considered not being a degenerate on the stream?
That was, oh God, who was there? Me and Shalom started it, and then Matt showed up because he was in his pajamas, wearing his snowman pajamas. I'll never forget that. And we were all drinking, like doing shots and partying, and a whole bunch of people popped in and out throughout the night. But we were playing music, and which the minute you play music, you get banned in every country. But every other word of our mouths were swears. I literally had to take it. I couldn't even. It was so bad because normally you can go on to YouTube when they ban it. You can download the video and edit it and re-upload it. I couldn't even download it. They just deleted it.
Oh no.
I have no evidence of it except for the few screenshots we took during the night.
Oh, somebody's got a copy of it. We'll bring it out.
I'm sure.
With possible time.
Oh God, that was a party and a half. Never doing that again.
There, you feel better?
It was fun though. I would do it again. Just I would have to start a YouTube channel for just that.
Just used to do that all the time.
New Year's Eve party channel. We just post it everywhere so everyone knows.
He used to do those drinking streams all the time.
BYOB?
Well, his biggest problem, he would actually, he's got his problems, but whatever. He's actually a really good designer. Him and his kids are wicked good. Unbelievably good. Like, you don't even see half of what he can actually do. That's his real life job as an architect, really. He's a designer.
You guys see that?
He could do so well.
Back there?
He could do so well on YouTube if he just started a channel that was clean and crisp and just kept the whole show out of it. Didn't get political, didn't get drunk, didn't do, and just did a design channel. He'd do really well. He would.
Who is this?
Shom. You probably don't know.
What's the name of this channel?
Somebody's got an echo going on.
A skewed 3D, right?
What was that?
A skewed 3D, right?
Yeah.
Any more echo?
Did the echo go away now?
Yeah.
It's weird. The cancellation doesn't work, but sometimes if I mute my mic for like 30 seconds, it kicks back on.
Me too.
Somebody got a link to his channel?
Type in Skewed View 3D in YouTube.
I'm doing that. I don't know whether I'm spelling it right or what.
Here, I'll look at it.
Yeah, hold on.
Got it. I'm missing it.
What they do, Mike, is they make 3D models of unbuilt homes. So people have homes designed, and then he makes a 3D model of it, And what he does is he makes it in a virtual environment so that they can actually walk through their house before they own it, before it's built.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's really smart. I mean, he really is. He's really,
yeah.
He's got a real good eye for design and architecture, and the guy is not stupid in any way, shape, or form.
So in 2018, they did a thing where they designed a model every day. So every day they got on stream and they designed a new 3D model for free. So they would design it and publish it.
Yeah, like the metallurgy guys were big with them too. They used to design like axes, and the guys would like actually make the axe. They'd print it and 3D print it, and then pour it in the silicone mold and actually pour a real freaking axe.
Oh, okay. I'm subscribed to this guy already, apparently.
Yeah. I don't think he's done anything in like a year since the whole debacle with where he fell asleep. Yeah, with Barnacles.
Wait a second. He fell asleep on the stream or something?
Oh, yeah. More than once.
He got drunk.
He has his drinking streams that he used to do where he just sit
and Barnacles doxed him, had the police show up at his house, and all kinds of shit happened.
Yeah. Oh, he fell asleep and everyone, a bunch of people thought he was dead live streaming.
Oh.
Yeah. He's, for all his, I will still defend him for all his crazy antics. He's not a bad guy. He just needs to stop drinking. Really, but we won't go there. I like him. He's a good guy. Yeah. I like him. He's had his moments. We all have. We've all done really stupid crap in our lives.
Never.
I'm noticing frickin' Steven's fan light is just out of sync with the video like clocking. So it's going really fast for 1 second and all of a sudden it stops. And it goes really fast for a second and then it stops. And it goes really fast for a second and it stops.
Yeah.
Because it's just out of sync with the video like frame rate or whatever.
My fan is always a big topic for some reason.
Yeah, Andrew.
It's got the big like woven paddle blades, right?
Yeah, it came with the house.
Yeah, nice fan. I like those.
It doesn't blow air for shit though.
Really?
No, in the summertime, dude, I have to have box fans in here because it gets so hot in here. It's unreal.
This thing
like my house will be at 70. My house will be at 70 everywhere, and here it'll be 80 degrees, 90 degrees.
This little stupid thing I got at Lowe's for like $39, and I've had to replace the light in it, which is why I bought it. I bought it real cheap. The original ceiling light I had up there blew out, and I was in Lowe's and it was on sale. The fan was on sale for $39 with the light. It's like I can put a fan in with the light, so I bought it for $39. The lights blew out like within a month. They were just absolute garbage. I put that LED in there, and the fan blows like unbelievably well, and it's quiet, and it was $39. I didn't figure it would last more than a year or two. It was just like an emergency. I need a light in my damn bedroom. It's been there for 8-10 years now.
What is wrong with that?
What are you printing, Dan?
I am printing a bank for my wife. Sorry, I'm spacing out, guys. I'm printing one of the Pac-Man banks. It's a Pac-Man ghost.
I was going to say, is that like Bank of America or Chase or?
No, just a. Here, give me a second.
A Pac-Man.
I wouldn't store any fruit in the Pac-Man bank.
Yeah, it is a three-part piece. That's the face, the ghost face, and then the back plug, and then I got to print the body of it. The body of it is saying it's going to take 9 hours, but yeah, well, let it print for her. So she's got it. I'm printing it in the printed solid Jesse green slime glitter. So
the camera to the printer just disconnected.
No, it freezes up because again I'm on
there it goes.
Yeah, it freezes up because I'm on that wireless connection back and forth, so it doesn't necessarily stream the greatest. Once I get a wired connection to the house, it should be a little bit better.
You haven't try to choose which one to do it.
What, Mike?
I said you haven't done a wired connection to the house yet?
No. I've been dragging my ass now that I've gotten myself out here, and I'm a little more kind of set. Like I just finally got this area all cleaned up. That's where I used to sit right there, and I moved everything to this desk that I had in the house so that I could have that whole area there as kind of like a work area, and then the printers are over there. So,
oh, that would have been the first thing I had out there, an Ethernet cable.
Well, it was what I wanted to do, yeah, and I never did. So I'm going to at some point get it done. I've got over by the printers, I ran a cable around from, I've got a 24-port switch connected to my desk that's running a wire to a wireless extender that grabs the signal from the house. And I've got that run for pretty much everything wired out here. At some point, I will get an actual line from the house and out to here. I'm going to pick up some outdoor Cat 6 that I can run from the house to here, so that this way the gap in between, it's exposed, it won't break and get brittle, and I won't have all kinds of issues with it, especially since we're in winter right now, so ice and water are two big issues.
Well, I'm going to kill it because I just found out Zach's live.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to tell you, Zach is currently live doing his his Ender 6.
I kind of want to see this because this is like a new Creality. It's the true Core XY Creality,
and it's a kit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be supposed to be pretty quick to assemble. The upper portion and the lower portion should be pre-assembled. You just have to put the 4 legs in between and bolt it together, if I remember right.
It doesn't look like that. Maybe it is, but it looks like a full kit to me. But,
it might be. I don't know. But as far as I knew, they were saying that it was going to ship pretty pre-assembled. So all you had to do is just minor setup. But who knows with Creality? They change their mind all the damn time.
So which Zach is this?
I'm going to kill it.
Zachary 3D Prints.
That's the European dude, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just linked it in the chat, in the main chat. So,
all right.
See you over there.
Well, see you guys over there.
See you over there, folks. I actually want to watch this. So, later, guys. It's been fun. It's been real.
Peace out.